Hi everyone, Paul Akers, host of the American Innovator. You know, the innovative spirit is alive and well, and everywhere I travel around the world, I bring back ideas and creativity to share with my audience to continuously improve and change the way we live. Welcome to the American Innovator. Well, this week we're going to Fort Collins, Colorado to visit Xylem Design and Greg Glebe and his team. You know, Greg's an amazing lean thinker. And I drove out there, and we just had the greatest time. I got my little Fiat, my lean vehicle.
Xylem Design?
It is!
Xylem Design?
It's the very one, the very same.
I'm here for a lean tour. Let's go, man.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
This is the lean place right here. This is it.
This is
Xylem Design.
You know, you shouldn't be allowed to have this
Rock
much
and
fun.
roll.
Greg builds pedestals for museums, art collectors, Tiffany's, and various clients like that. He just does a great job. He's been doing lean for a year or so now, and his team is just eating it up. And look at all these cool improvements. Now this one that's being shown to me is one tool that does three different things. It aligns, it tapes, and it rolls. So what we're doing here is we're taking a miter joint, we want to put it together. So this allows them to assemble it very easily. So they lay the book match pieces out, put the tape down, roll it out. It's just so innovative. And this is the way Greg has been teaching his team, and his team's been learning just to take seconds out of everything. What does the sticker mean now?
Okay, this is just going to be a thank you note that's going to be on all in the inside of our pedestals.
Who is this person? The person that built it?
This is who cut it. This
Okay,
is Chris,
this is-
and then I'll put my sticker on
Oh my
because I just built it. And then whoever details it gets another sticker. And then the last guy who inspects it, he puts his sticker on.
And then the customer gets this on the inside.
Yes.
So he knows the entire trail of everybody who's touched it.
Right. It's good because you know, they get a personal feel for our company. You know, my face is on this, and it gives me pride.
Greg,
Like, I've made it.
unbelievable.
It's about videos, it's about people, right? Not inspected by number 123, right?
You gotta love it, man. Greg's got energy, he's got passion, his whole team has energy and passion, and they approach everything differently than most companies, and you just gotta love it. I mean, I was there and I was electrified being around them. Look how personal they've made it. They've taken a picture of each one of their individuals, stylized it, and then allowed that to be part of the personal touch they give. I don't think anybody's done a better job of using colors and for visual controls to identify what tools go where. And you remember Greg's the inventor of the KISS drill bit system. This is the original one here where all the drill bits are actually color coded. I went over to the final assembly where they're actually putting one of the pedestals together. They were gluing it, taping it, and getting it all ready and completed. They had a big rush order. They had to get all these cabinets out on the day that I arrived. To this cool little stand-up office with a little window joining you guys together.
Yeah.
They work up there.
It works great.
Oh, so I see when you're on the phone, it flashes.
It flashes.
So no one's bugging you because you got your headset and it's underneath your hair and you can't see it that well. So now we're walking into Andrea's office and we got a Gemba cam up here, which allows someone to stand right here, and then they can talk to their customers and have conference calls. And this is what you're actually seeing. So what happens is Andrea can draw on the board there and show the customer design ideas or work through issues.
Or show
and
more
meanwhile,
existing items.
oh, exactly. So
like-
there you go. So there's the existing product. Can roll it in front of the camera. You can see it right here. And they have clear communication. There is nothing like the president of the company on the shop floor working with his people. That gets me excited more than anything else. Let's see. Xylem Design, process engineer. Fix what bugs you. Rock and roll. You guys are killer, man.
How's your flight out here?
Good. Everything purple. Why this broom is purple and everything? What's going on there?
Well, it's a general use for everybody, but
Right.
really its home is purple because acrylics is purple.
Ah. So we know that this is the acrylic broom because acrylic is purple.
So if this was found over on the other side,
We instantly know where it belongs.
purple is, yeah.
Oh, you guys are crazy. Notice the trash can's purple too.
He's in his
So explain. Oh, look at
Pink
this.
shoelaces.
because these cylinders, which is pink.
area.
So this is the cylinders department.
Tools get
Everything's
colored so
pink.
people can use them, but that way they've got a general color to.
And is that the lean lunch horn?
sir.
Is that what that is?
Akers.
Can you tell how much fun these guys have? I mean, everything. The energy is amazing. And now we're going to lean lunch. So FastCap has a morning meeting. They have a lean lunch. Everything should be according to the company and what fits their culture.
Yeah, you can't. Has the camera running on you now, Paul.
Okay, that's good. Well, first of all, I just want to say before you start, wicked good. Brings tears to my eyes. It's so good.
It's rare that you go into a company where there's this much energy and people are that engaged. And so now they're showing me before and after videos. Just a year ago, their facility looked entirely different, but they're doing continuous improvement and lean at such a high level. Everything is changing.
I know, it's staggering what you guys have done.
Now, one of the key components to making lean stick is number one, the president of the company needs to be totally engaged in transformation. And number two, you got to make before and after videos, and nobody's done it better than Greg Glebe. Greg Glebe at Xylem Design and his team have been making hundreds, if not thousands of videos in just 1 year. They record almost everything they do, so they have a point of reference before and after. And this is one of my favorite things they do. They stylize the pictures of each one of their team members.
How we met, I remember very clearly how we met. LJ and I were working on a project in Denver, and we needed some
FastCap.
FastCap, yeah. So what we did was we had a problem with receiving that. It was winter time. There was some logistical stuff. It wasn't the fault of the FastCap, but I remember you guys took care of it. Like you had 2 or 3 people, Sandy and Michelle, working on it. We're like, these people are crazy awesome in their service. And then we resolved the problem, and ultimately you sent us some free tools. And I thought, who are these guys? No one does this except us. I mean, this is crazy service. So I looked into the videos and then said, this is what I'm looking for. I'm into lean, and so the lean thing came from me going to your site. And then I called and I said, I talked to you on the phone, and I remembered very early on, I said, I'm going to be a friend of this guy's. He doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to go mountain biking with him.
The blue department. Everything's blue. This is the shipping department. Green broom, you can't screw it up. Nobody would put a pink broom or a purple broom or an orange broom there. Impossible. Because lean is simple, it's fun, and it works. Orange, 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 orange. Custom orange.
$30 a bottle and
Broom, orange.
it shifts it all and you're done.
Tools, orange.
Yeah.
Brilliant. How do I know if the bathroom's occupied? Because the cat picture is right there. How can I tell?
Here, let me show you.
So you go in the bathroom. What happens? Oh, you have a very bright light.
Yep, there's also a yellow light on the back wall and on the other side of the shop. They all light up at the same
So
time.
you can see everything very clearly. Very clever way of not running to the bathroom and wasting time. Good job.
And the switch is on a timer so that if you get your light off, it turns itself off.
Normal hole saw drill, and we're going to see how it works. We're going to see a better way here in a minute. Watch this. We're going to see an amazing way. So here you go. I'm going to drill a hole, and you see
It's a new bit, Paul.
So needless to say, Greg and his team are very innovative, and now he's showing me a new drill bit that they're developing that we're going to work with them on. I'm bringing to market that completely changes the way these hole saws work.
Are we still here? The kids gather the marshmallows.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
So now we have a big problem. We have to get that out, and they've got these stupid little holes in here. Here's a screwdriver, which is, you know, this whole, everybody has to do this routine. This is the part that you say to yourself, I never want to use one of these drills ever again for the rest of my life. Particularly if you're doing production, you're doing 3 or 4 or 5 of these, you're just cursing right now because this is such a nightmare.
Yeah.
Now we're going to show you a mind-boggling solution.
Mind-boggling.
Now, we're not going to tell you what we did because this is a really cool secret, but we're going to show you what's going to happen, and it's almost like going to Mars. It's almost like meeting Richard Branson, him inviting you in his spaceship, and you saying, that was the craziest experience I've ever had. Where does this go?
The magnet right here.
Magnet
That's
goes
Paul
right
Akers
there,
approved.
okay? So here we go. So now, a bigger hole, more difficult, with total ease and effortlessness. Oh my gosh, there's no resistance, there's no burning. see no resistance and no burning.
Take that, Lord Branson.
And turn it off, and what's going to happen? But the plug just comes right out.
It's easier.
Just like that, and then try it.
That's magic.
How did that happen?
Can I please listen?
So next, let's listen in as Greg goes over his core values, the way he's building his team on these principles of greatness.
And that's real, and I consider authentic a great word, because I think people crave, just be straight with me, and I think that's how we operate. And we want to grow the company, but we start with growing people, and we nurture people and teach them and support them, and so people and processes are where we're focused, and then the product comes after that. And then we talk about a safe environment, Paul, and when I mean that, it starts with physically safe, but the fact of the matter is it really has to be underlyingly emotionally safe, which sounds like a lot of woo-woo stuff. I'm not even in California, but the fact of the matter is...
You're close to Boulder, though.
Yeah, we are close to Boulder. Yeah, the People's Republic of Boulder. But one of the things is that if people are afraid to talk about mistakes, they're afraid to get their, butt munched for something that's screwed up, you're never going to have anybody coming out and blossoming and being creative. So we really want to make sure we cultivate that safe environment as a team. So knowledge sharing, we're always learning. We are patterning ourselves after Toyota. Toyota is a teaching and learning institution, and we really like that. And so as much as we can, learn from everything that we do together, from our mistakes, from our successes, and we share that. So it's really important, again, to share the stuff, and we do it at our lean lunch every day. So that's part of a real critical thing. We don't do silos. We don't do, someone's the expert and he's the only guy who's got that answer, and so he's unfireable. If we have people with that attitude, they go immediately, because we don't do that here. No question, we're kind of a bunch of pirates here. If we're not laughing, belly laughs a couple times a day, every one of us, we're not doing it right. So we kid around with each other. We try to keep it kind underneath it. It's very important. We also kid around with our customers. We're pretty loose. And I urge our salespeople to be just who they are, and if they can find a little humor, great. And so we work with our customers really well that way as well. Humility and gratitude, they sort of walk hand in hand, but anyone who cleans the bathroom cannot be entirely full of themselves, I can tell you that. So humility is a big one. We forge family strong relationships with everybody. We're really into this, and we support each other in any way we can. Anybody's life, they've got to deal with stuff at home, they've got to take care of their kids or their family. We really believe in that a lot. Generosity. A friend of mine, Paul Akers, you may have heard of him, says lean is a generous mindset, and I completely agree with it. It's really fundamental. Stingy people don't go far in life. It's just no fun. So there's a lot of that here. You'll find people buying each other coffee and lunches all the time, burning the candle at both ends, and someone will go out and get some caffeine and do that. I think that shedding our egos, not being full of ourselves, is really important. If you're worried about covering your butt or being right and winning the argument, you'll never.
Funny, I'm glad that I zoomed in on that. It says shed our egos. I thought it was shed our eggs. I'm going, how are we shedding our eggs, Greg? That was back to that humor thing, right?
Yeah.
A belly laugh every day,
yeah, if you're
right?
not laughing, something you had a bad day.
Yeah. We're shedding our egos, not our eggs, Paul.
You got it. So the safe environment works with no fear. So that's sort of redundant, but we really want to hammer on that. It's okay to talk about mistakes, because all we do here is make mistakes and fix mistakes. That's what we do. And listening, it's a real hard skill. That's the truth of the matter. So to be fully present with someone when they're trying to communicate with you is a very rare thing in this day and age, especially with the whole internet and cell phones. Everyone lives in a state of distraction, and I could certainly relate to that. Paul could probably relate to that. He's doing 100 things at once. But to stop and be present with each other is one of our values, and we want it to be how we actually behave. So that's our core values, and everything has been springboarding off of that. That's what I can tell you.
Well done.
So we refer back to that. So here's what we do. This is posted all around our shop, and here it's in the hierarchy of how we do it. Every day we sort, we sweep, and we standardize, and this is sustained every day, and this is our 2-second lean icon. And we keep it simple. We could do 5S, but we keep it simple, and we build off of this every day. And everybody makes an improvement every day. Either they're working on a process improvement or making a physical improvement. So it's two things. It doesn't have to be all done at once. Next thing is, we know the 8 wastes. we memorize them in the way of using a little a keyword just to get the alphabet down in our mind, basically. This is not necessarily how Toyota would teach you how to do it in terms of their process. It would start with overproduction, for example, but we use this little memory hook, which is called Tim Would You, to help us memorize it. And then when we see waste in the environment, we can actually know what that word is and speak that word. But
You know my whole thing about Tim Wood, how much I hate it?
I know that you do. That's why I'm saying that.
Okay, good. All right.
So that's why Paul's here. Everybody here knows the 8 wastes inside and out, and we watch them all the time speak in terms of the waste.
No, they don't. They know Tim Wood. They don't know the 8 ways.
No, they do.
Yeah, they know Tim Wood.
Asshole. So, watch. Go ask them and see if they can identify a waste when it happens. We'll use it.
Sounds like room for improvement, Greg.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and complicate it and make it hard to learn. We like to keep it simple, which is we want to learn the alphabet before you put the words together, learn the words, and then you can move the words together and make sentences. Have we overprocessed this, Paul? That's overprocessing.
That's right.
Here in the middle of the day, we overprocess that one. And then when we make an improvement, we want to consider first and foremost, is it safer? If it isn't safer, then game over. One of these 4 should be considered: is the quality improved? Is the process simpler? And is it faster or speedier? So consider these when you make a change, and if something becomes faster but more dangerous, not going to happen. Okay? Or if it's easier but the quality suffers, not going to happen. So that's something that always we look through. That's the lens.
So we left Xylem Design and went over to one of the projects that Greg just finished, and it is beautiful. It's mixed use, businesses on the bottom, condos on the top. Greg has a couple condos here, and just beautiful. Greg's an artist. That's all I can say. He just has a great design sense about him. He just showed me some of the cool things
we
they
did this development here, and we had no space to put a dumpster. So we thought, what could we do to make this work? Put the dumpster in there, and we put it in the driveway. It's quiet, it's out of the way, no stink, no noise. It's awesome. So all the customers just come right in here,
Greg,
the residents do this.
Glebe,
You're
Yes.
an innovator.
I love this stuff. Go. One other thing is when the dumpster guy comes by and he's got to take the stuff out of here, he keys in a different PAT code and he lifts the dumpster. So the big lid comes up. So this is total use of space, Paul. Maximizes everything, takes the stink out of the space, and you can just enjoy the beauty of the surroundings. So this is a big honking process here, but he only does it once in a while. Once a week he comes by here, and then this dumpster is on a scissor lift, so it's basically lives on an elevator. So he comes out here
Well,
now.
I hope you enjoyed
And you
this
can dump
week's
that in his
American
truck and put it
Innovator.
back down.
Greg
Good to
Glebe,
go. That's
Xylem
how we do
Design,
it
and
here.
his
You're the
team
best lean
are
thinker in the planet, dude.
incredible.
I love this stuff.
Remember, life's an adventure. Be a part of the solution. Go out, learn, improve, change, think outside the box. We can change the way the world thinks. Be an innovator.
I really got to stop getting myself in these situations. That's a leopard, and that's an elephant. Yes, and this is a cheetah.
Like, oh, I saw
Here,
that. already.
kitty, 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 kitty,
Oh,
kitty.
cute. He wants to play.
Uh-oh. You got it.